Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Monday morning miracle call. We're so happy that you have chosen this time to be with us. And today is Monday, March the 10th. My name is Michelle Niels, and I'm in Fort Collins, Colorado. And just a few housekeeping rules for this awesome call. We usually have over 100 people. We're still popping in right now. So keep your line muted unless you're speaking, please. It can be very distracting if you have other things going on. And then just some little rules so we stay compliant, especially for the new folks. The Lifeway products do not claim to prevent, treat, cure, diagnose any disease. So we are not going to name any diseases, you guys, okay? We want to stay compliant. So just name symptoms and keep your share to a minute or less, please, so that lots of people can share. And we're going to reserve the first 15 minutes for the X39 only. It's the star of the show. As we all know, it's the patch we start with and we stay with. So let's limit the first 15 minutes to just sharing about the X39. Tell us how you felt before and then how you felt after the application of the patch. There was something else. Oh, yes, I thought of one other thing for this morning. There are so many wonderful people in this community, and there's a lot of new people joining us, and we would love to hear from the new people. Not that we don't love the veterans, but I just want to encourage some of the new people that maybe are a little shy. We're just going to be bold, be brave, come on out, raise your hand. There's nothing but love and support here for you. So we'd love to hear from some new people. So who would like to kick it off now? And oh, by the way, you raise your hand by going to the bottom of your screen and there's a react button. And if you click on that, you'll see, let's see, let me see if I can see it right now. Where is that? Okay, yes. So there's a box and you have all these reactions like hearts and thumbs up and so forth. And then it says raise hand. So you'll see a raise hand button and that's how you will, how I'll get you'll get my attention. So who would like to
And for
go
some,
first?
Michelle, on mine, it's not in the React. It's separate, so it's right in the bottom of the Zoom dock, I guess we'll call it. So
At the bottom of the screen of the
the
Zoom
bottom
screen?
of the screen, and I don't have to
Okay,
click on React to find it.
okay.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so look at the bottom of your screen. We got some hands coming up. Yay. Okay, we have Larry first, and then Stacy, and then Joseph. So Larry, go ahead and unmute.
Hey, good morning. I don't want to be a show hog. I spoke last night at a call, but I had some very exciting news Thursday. 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with some interocular eye pressure challenges. I'm trying to give you symptoms, and been
Good
under
job.
eye drops for 2 years. Started patching with X39 about 6 months ago, X49 and Aeon as well. But Thursday, I learned that pressures that had been stabilized at 15 millimeters, my goal is to have them drop to 14, and they dropped to 14 as of Thursday. So I give God the glory for that and want to share the good news that a lot of people, my age and others, they deal with some eye stuff. There is hope.
Yes.
I just wanted to express that and thank
And
the
how
number.
long, Larry, how long between the time you started the patch and the time your pressure went down?
I think it was about 6 months or less. I started
Okay,
patching in mid-August, and
okay.
so the examinations that I had, kind of looking in the 5 to 6 month range.
Okay, that's really important especially for everyone to log this, okay? Because some people are like, I'll give it a try for a month. If
Right.
someone says that to me, seriously, I say, you know what? Just save your money. I say, it's
Yeah.
the good, better, best. I say good is
Right.
3 months, 90 days. Better is 1 month for every decade of your life.
Right.
And best is forever. Okay, who's with me? Can I have an amen? Like, right? For the rest of our life.
Amen.
Thank you, Gregory.
Thank
All
you,
right,
everybody.
Gregory, that's a beautiful share. Thank you. All right, Stacy.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so my dad is 84 years old and he lives in Las Vegas. He's living in this place has got memory care, nursing home, and then they have apartments in there, and he's living in that section while my stepmother is in the memory care. with the brain disease. And he uses the patches and he has learned to love them. He knows that they are finally working and they're not woo-woo, as he used to call them. And he has been patching other people. And so he's making friends there. And there's an 86-year-old man and his wife is 80. And she was having some hand problems. So he put an X39 on her. I can't remember if it was no, it was the back of the neck. Well, the next day she came in and she said, well, my horrible shoulder problems are gone. The pain's gone. But, I still have, the problems in my hands where she closes them, she can't really open them. So I told him, we're not saying other patches right now. So I told him about another patch that he could use with her. And so the next day she came in, yesterday she came in and she goes, I still don't have the shoulder pain. And so she is wanting me to call her. So I'm so excited that another person is getting help. That's my heart. So I love it.
Blessings in the assisted living for the octogenarians, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. That's a beautiful share. Thank you, Stacy. So, Joseph, before you go, I'm just going to slip in real quick and talk about another older person. It's my mom's husband who has been in memory care. He's close to 80. He might be 79. He might be 80. He's a little younger than my mom. And not only memory issues, because he's in a memory care facility, but also the blood sugar issue, okay, which required medication. So my mom brought a sleeve of X39 and she brings one every month. And the attendants, she says, tells them where to patch. And literally, you guys, like, it was a few months. It wasn't that long. I mean, it wasn't a year. It was maybe 4 or 5 months at the most. He went in for his checkup at the VA and they said, you do not need this blood sugar medicine anymore. Like pushing 80 or 80 years old. Yes. And his memory, his ability to relate to my mom and not have the angry outbursts and stuff is way, way down. So yeah, very exciting. Okay, Joseph.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
So I must be one of those people who respond to the patches in a second because I'm not sure I need medical insurance anymore because every issue that I had is so totally reduced since I have been introduced to the patches by Gregory and Robin. And I mean, I had an ear issue that I went to the doctor. We can't see you for 8 months. You're a new patient. You didn't reply to the computer. Are you showing up? So we canceled your call. I went to the hospital to get, immediate service. Nothing really helped. I put a patch on the back of my ear for 3 weeks and the issue is gone. Same, I need a knee, just like Robin's issue way back when. I stack my X39 and my Eon, and I don't have an issue. I have sciatica. I put it where sciatica is, and it's gone. I use X49. I know we're not supposed to say that, but I use X49 for working out. It's reparative. It's just unbelievable. If I can just get everyone else to believe that the patches work. So thank you, Gregory and Robin, for introducing
That's
me.
great, Joseph. We love your story. Thanks for jumping on and sharing for the first time.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you.
for joining our community and our call, Joseph. Wow. When you said behind the ear, did you mean the X39 or were you talking about another patch?
No, X39.
Behind your ear?
Right behind my ear, where that little crease is between your jaw and your ear, like right at the bottom. I put it right there.
And what were your symptoms that you were?
The symptoms were as if, even though I haven't been swimming in a while, the symptoms were as if I had like water in my ear. When you knock your head against your hand and all of that,
trying to get the water out.
Jump up and down and all of that. Hold your breath. And in 3 weeks, even less than that, it was decreasing little by little. But in 3 weeks, it's gone. And I know at some point you don't get rid of the issues that you have, but at least it'll get me through to the 8 months that I have to wait to see the physician, because
Okay.
medical insurance, medical is very backlogged here in Las Vegas. But anyway, those were the issues. That was the
Thank-
issue.
Thank you.
Thank
you for
you.
that clarification. Wow. Thanks, Joseph. All right. I don't see any other hands up. Come on, you guys. We have 143 people on the call. I know there's more shares out there.
I don't
So-
know how to raise my hand, but I have a share.
Oh, please. You were there and then you disappeared.
Oh, no.
Gregory. Oh, there. I see you. Yara.
Okay. Yes. Hello. Good morning.
Good
Or
morning.
good afternoon or evening, wherever you are. I have a quick one. I broke my rib and it was really unfortunate and very uncomfortable. And it was right under my clavicle. It was this top one. And it popped and I couldn't talk or breathe or move. And it was extreme. It was right before Christmas, and I was extremely worried that I wasn't going to be able to hold my nephew and all of the things that go along with that. And it was supposed to take 4 to 6 weeks to heal. And of course, I immediately patched on the site. I did use the pain ones as well because it was
Yeah.
extremely painful.
Yeah, you can
But,
talk about, that's okay. We're getting close to 15
Okay.
after.
Okay. And 3 days later, I was able to move more freely. 5 days later, I was able to lift my arm above my head, sit up normally, talk like a normal person. And by Christmas, I was holding my nephew and running
Aw.
around Jackson Hole. So the 4 to 6 weeks turned into 4
Good
to
morning.
5 days. And I couldn't be more grateful to X39 for giving me
Oh.
my awesome Christmas. So
Awesome.
thanks,
That's
everyone.
a great share. Thank you, Yara.
You're welcome.
And everyone, remember to stay muted unless you're actually speaking, okay? Just keep the background noise down. All right, Rita, you're next. Hello.
Yes, good morning. So a month before I started patches, I was saying to myself, you know, Rita, you've got to go buy some of those damn Depends. Because I wasn't just leaking urine, I was flooding urine. And I wasn't very diligent about tracking when the changes happened, but I have not bought a Depends yet, and I have no plans to buying one.
Woohoo!
And that was X39, Rita, right?
Yes.
Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. All right. Well, I'm going to do another quick share and I see Sunshower. Go ahead, Sunshower Rose.
Morning,
sweet friend.
Michelle.
Good morning.
And how many of us are we? We're almost 150 people. My
I
goodness.
know we have more stories. I know we do.
And with the time change, I'm up an hour earlier to just be here.
That's right.
So let's see. Most of the veterans know this story, but I'm going to add to it, and it's all about X39. So you veterans, I know you've heard about the fact that I was born without the sense of smell, and 2 years into wearing the X39 just on the back of my neck, now I can smell. Well, if that wasn't shocking enough, so another thing that's happening right now is I had a dental procedure back in, guess what, 1974. Yes, I'm getting younger and younger. Yes, I know I look like I'm 40 and I act like I'm about 20. But a dental procedure left me with half of a numb tongue, the left side, and also the inner lining of my gum line. So after 20 years, that fixed itself. But the numb tongue thing, that's always been hard because you're chewing something and then you're bleeding. It's like, what's this?
Terrible.
So that's repairing now. And I know X39 is taking a while, but it's continually making itself so that I can actually feel both sides of my tongue.
Stick with it, everybody. Yeah, the benefits accrue over time, don't they, Sanchar?
Yeah, indeed.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Okay, Myrna, then Janet, and then Dr. Grace.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm sorry I cannot be on camera, but before we started, no, when we started, when Gregory was talking, I have I cannot see clearly. Like I have like floaters and on both of my eyes. It never happened before. It happened before like more than 10 years ago. But history, I'm already using X39 and X49. But since I just woke up, I haven't put it on yet. And then, oh, somebody,
Oh,
can I?
somebody's loading a whiteboard on the, oh, there, okay. All right, go ahead, Myrna.
Oh, okay. So then, I was worried. I was preparing breakfast now. And then I put a cover on my right eye and there's the floater. It's like, and put a cover on my left eye. Again, on both eyes, I was having it. And I was thinking, oh, let me put the patch. I put the X39 on the back on my neck, and then the X49 under my belly button. And then I have carnosine, so I put carnosine on my right temple. And within not even 5 minutes, the floaters are gone. So I said, I have to, I have a lot of testimonials, but this one is just recent, it's just now.
Oh, thank you, Myrna. Wow. Okay. Yes, disclaimer, real quick. Sometimes it doesn't happen that fast, but it works because I had floaters too. And I think it was Sunwolf that mentioned using carnosine. And I used them on my temples for a few nights, maybe a few weeks at night when I was sleeping, and they were gone. But Myrna, wow, that's one of those miracles, right? That's backed by science. All right, and now I'm going to ask each person to stick to a minute or less, please. All right. So Janet, go ahead.
Yes, I had a tumor removed from my tongue, and as a result of that, I had to have chemo, which made my fingers tingle a lot. I put X39 on one finger at night for about 3 nights, and it was gone. And it basically there's a little bit, but not enough to really even be concerned about it. And the other story is that I have been busy and I forgot to put X39 on. And all of a sudden, I'm like, I do not feel right. I don't know what's wrong. And I realized that it had been a while, like several days since I wore my patches. And I put them on, and the brain fog was gone. I started feeling better again. So I'm a firm believer.
Thank you. Beautiful. Yeah, sometimes when people say, I don't know if these patches are working, I think I'm going to stop. Say, okay, just pay attention. I'll probably hear from you in a week. It often happens. Yes. Thank you, Janet. Okay, Dr. Grace, and then
Great.
Ruth, and then Kate.
Great day, everyone. Keep it under a minute or less. It's really hard to do with such a phenomenal technology, but I'm gonna do my best. Just got back from Africa doing a medical mission as a doctor. You know, when you travel with the team, everybody comes to you when they have issues. So one issue that I had was a young lady who had a urinary problem with some bleeding. And I said, I could put the patch on you, but I can't say if it will work for that particular issue. It may go somewhere else and do something first, but she said immediately within that same day, the bleeding was gone. And then the second person, from traveling so long, you know, sitting on that plane, they were having back issues and we had to work. I mean, you know, unloading the truck and all that other kind of stuff. And she put the patch on her back and pain was gone within a few minutes. So much so to her husband was like, where's your patches? So that was
Give me
one.
some
And
of
then
those. Give me.
yeah. I'll call myself the X39 girl. So that's what I had in my bag. I didn't have any other pharmaceuticals in my bag, but just patches. And then one of our deacons, big guy, 6'5", 300 and something pounds or so. He was complaining of ankle pain. He said, where do I put it? I said, where do you want to put it? He said, I'm gonna put it right on my ankle. Put it on his ankle, pain went away, and he was able to work without any pain,
Oh
helping
my
the
gosh.
village, passing out food and stuff like that. So that's my testimony and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Oh, thank you. What a joy, Dr. Grace. Wow. Doubly blessed, right? Doing your mission work and patching people at the same time. That's beautiful. All right, Ruth, then Kate, and then Dushenka.
Good morning. I'm not photo ready this morning.
It's
My
okay.
my husband and I have been consistently on the patches since 22, right after we got married. And he started the patches in 2019. So these two stories are longevity with the patches. He had broken his toe when he was 7 years old. And he couldn't move it, didn't have feeling, and he can now move his toe, and it's just amazing. And he's 78, so he's pretty excited he can move his toe.
Yeah.
My longevity is when I was 23, I had swelling in my glands in my neck, and the swelling then went to my brain, and only 10% of the people live that had what I had. And I lost the memory of my first 23 years of my life. And I had severe, severe headaches for about 6 months after that. But I haven't had a headache since, but that has nothing to do with the patches. But my memory of my childhood is starting to come back. I'm having glimpses of memory. So that's from longevity, and I'm 76. And
Oh,
so we both have been under the weather this week with coughs, and we've been using the patches and getting better. So I'm trying to make it quick and simple. For longevity, keep on the patches.
keep on it, right? Yes, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, Ruth. Bless you. What a great story.
thank you.
All right, Kate.
Well, good morning, everybody. This is a quick story of you just never know. When the patches found me, I thought, oh, maybe my knees can be healed. They weren't supporting me and they were stinging, burning, hurting because they'd had some little surgeries and they didn't get healed right. And that's all I could focus on. Well, here I was 9 months in to using X39, and then I added X49. My heart got healed from two different big issues. But what I didn't notice was that my knees didn't hurt anymore. They worked fine. I was standing up straight, walking tall, big strides, swinging my arms. And one day, all of a sudden, I realized there's something happened. I don't know what it is. And then I realized it was my knees. I was moving freely like when I was young. So whatever you put it on for, that's going to come, but just be open to the other things that come. And I must have had like 35 things happen for me that were all blessings by that particular time.
Beautiful. Wow. The blessings just multiply, don't they? Thank you, Kate. Beautiful. Okay. We're going to go Dushenka, Gregory, and end with Gary. Okay, Dushenka.
So I just wanted to share that before I was using the patches, I had had an issue with my menstrual cycle. It had always been 28 days in my youth, regularly, 5 a.m. every 28 days. And it had gone to the point where it had shortened to 21 days and 9 days of bleeding. And I went to my OBGYN, drew a bunch of blood. She said, we tested you for everything. And, you're just getting older. This is just what it looks like. Unless you want to do hormone therapy or hysterectomy. And I'm like, no, not doing that. So using X39, that took it up to like 24 days, 25 days, sometimes even 26. When I started using the SP6 patch, after being on the patches for like 2 years, I think, because it was May 2024 and I started in 22. That has had my cycle be every 28 days and 3 days of bleeding. And then
Wow.
inspired by
Some women are taking furious notes right now.
and then inspired by this phone call, I started by what people have been saying about giving used patches to their pets. After I wear the SP6 patch for 12 hours, I give it to my daughter who's 13 and going through puberty. Actually, she just turned 14 this weekend. And then she wears it, and I have a sweet, capable, loving human being to interact with instead of.
That's huge. A bunch of parents are taking notes.
I told
Oh
them,
my gosh.
oh, you have a snotty teen? SP6.
SP6. Get the hormones, baby. Get those balanced. Oh my gosh. Great, great share, Dushenka. Yay. Thank you, dear. All right, Gary. You muted again, Gary. You were unmuted and you keep muting and unmuting.
Okay, how's that?
There you go. You're good.
Okay, great. You're doing a great job as usual, Miss Michelle.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. So I have a story about an 81-year-old. I sell honey, and an 81-year-old lady came to buy a case of honey, and she was telling me that the night before, it was summer, she had caught her leg on a tall weed, and it made her fall, and she weirdly hit her head right up against the building. And so she said it had raised, she showed me it was about the size of a chicken egg. And it had the broken skin, of course, like it would from that kind of a wound. So I said, well, I've been telling you about these patches. Would you like to try an experiment and see how it works? So she said, sure. So I said, I can't diagnose or promise, but I said, I've seen so many things like this. I said, I'll bet anything in the morning that the swelling has gone down and you can touch that. So anywho, I called and she said, my husband and I were floored and amazed because by the next morning, that swelling was all gone, and I could even press on the wound, like you said. So anyhow, she's exploring the patches, and we're going to see what happens, what else happens with her health.
Wow.
So,
Look how you blessed her. That's beautiful. Thank you.
nice. Yes, thank you.
Wow. All right, Gregory. You're muted, Gregory.
Yesterday, I was doing one of those little overdue homeowner tasks, like, cleaning and changing the filters in my HVAC or my air circulation system. My little voice said, you should put a glove on. You should put some gloves on. And I didn't listen. And I cut my finger, not real bad, but I had a cut on my finger. And I have these products, they look like Band-Aids. Are you familiar with them? And I put a little Band-Aid, I put an X39 on my finger, and I don't know if you can see my finger, but you can see it looks like a scratch. It's not a cut anymore. And that was 18 hours ago.
Yeah. Yep.
So it just,
And Gregory, may I ask, how old are you?
I'm 72.
Okay. And so one of the things we say is when we're little, when we're kids and we skin our knee, boom, we heal in a day. But as we get older, that's not usually the case. But look at us. Look at us, 60s, 70s, and 80-year-old people. And look how fast we're healing. That's beautiful. All right. You know what? We'll take one more from Norma, and then we're going to turn it over to Gregory to wrap up the call. So Norma, go ahead.
Yeah. I've been on the patches for about a year now. And just recently, I just thought last night on Doc Talk, I got to share my heart story. I'd always had little fibrillations all my teen years, adult years. I'm in my 75th year. And it occurred to me in 2000, some really difficult stuff went down and my heart started fibrillating all the time, uneven rhythm. And when I would go on a hike with my husband in the mountains, it would start fibrillating so badly. It was like I was having a heart attack, so much pain. I'd have to stop and try to breathe very, very, very slowly to get my nervous system calmed down. And we'd have to abandon the hike and very slowly walk back to the car. Since the patches, not one episode, not one. So I am thrilled. And Gregory, I almost cut off my fingertip, and literally in 7 days it was healed. That's fast. No scar, completely normal looking finger. I thought I'd have to get massive stitches, but again, I put X39 on it during the day, glutathione during the night. I mean, it just did it. I just did the patch right on the fingertip, putting the sides of the skin back together and then wrapping it with medical tape. The bleeding wouldn't stop initially, so that was kind of challenging, but the patches did it. So thank you.
Thank you, Norma. Wow. Gary, you snuck in. You know, we were going to end with Norma, you little sneaker. Do you want to say one more thing, Gary? Hello, Gary, you have your hand up. Did you want to say something?
No, I apologize. I'm having issues with my phone.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
All right. Thank you. Okay, everyone. Wow. That's just awesome. Loved all these shares. Thank you. Thank you to the new people, especially. All right. Gregory.
Yeah, and let me just say X39 is a lot better than the butterfly or stitches.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm here too, honey.
Okay, Robin, go ahead. Robin's going to talk about tonight and tomorrow.
Okay, Robin.
Well, we get to celebrate a new director tonight. And that's very, very exciting. Congratulations, Kate. And I loved your story today. So I was so excited to hear that. That's wonderful. And tomorrow night, we have our very own pediatrician, Dr. Annabelle, who's going to be on with us.
Beautiful. All right.
Beautiful.
And we'll have some other announcements. We'll check in with corporate, see if there's any corporate updates that we want to share with everybody. It's a beautiful Monday in March. And when I looked at my clock, I went, wow, it's only 7 o'clock. And I realized, I
Hadn't changed it.
my clock. It's really 8 o'clock. So,
Yeah.
daylight savings time. Here we are.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michelle. You do such a wonderful job always. And
Thank
thanks
you.
everyone for
Thank
sharing.
you, everyone. We couldn't do this call without y'all. So thanks for being here. Thanks for
Thank
sharing.
you.
Thanks,
Yeah.
everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Great
Thank
job, Michelle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great
job,
week.
Michelle.
Thank you.
Synergy. Woo!
Loved it.
Congratulations,
Stay
Kate.
young.
Thank you, Love Tribe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations, Kate.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.